John says, first time here. Greetings. Well, hello, John. How's it going? Let me get this fired up so I can see your comments. Trekyards is here. John Paplin. Timmy? Rerum Trading, first to say first. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. And second like. Yes, guys, hit that like button. We're up to 6 now, which is really good. So welcome, everybody. It's time to just chat, hang out, talk to you guys, see how you guys are doing. I hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you guys since Thursday's live. And yeah, hopefully I'll have some cool stuff to talk about. Phantom of Many Topics. That is a great name. I like that. Are you watching Better Call Saul tomorrow? I haven't watched... Well, it's time to get judged. I haven't watched any of Breaking Bad or any of Better Call Saul. So, I know my son's watched it. He told me I need to watch it. So, we'll get to it. Oh, Cassie is here. Oh my God, Cassie's here. Cassie's my daughter, Cassiopeia Foley. Good to see you, sweetie. Again, I saw her earlier today. We had a family barbecue for my son's birthday at his new place, and it was really great. Terrence Childs, the new Walking Dead TV series is on. Who's watching it with me? Also haven't watched The Walking Dead. Sparktastic, waiting for Uber Eats delivery and watching The Sandman. Dun dun dun. Cool. Captain Peckins is here. Hey, Captain. Timmy, is it? I want to say Timmy, but Timmy. Or Timey. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I require barbecue as well, they say. So, Holy Gabriel, don't worry, Cap. I haven't seen any of it either. Kit 10K, hey Cap, I won't be watching for long as I've been up 24 hours and wish your son a happy birthday for me. Will do, Kit. Good to see you. I'm just gonna close the door. So I don't disturb the other people's in the house. Stuart Foley, Captain, Starfleet. Eric Skelton, watch The Sandman. That and Strange New Worlds are my favorite shows of 2022. War God 6, I was watching Day Shift, saw you were live, and came here. Oh, thanks, man. Much appreciated. SC Scout Guy, sup, Stuart? Skeleton hands. For All Mankind's finale was great. Kind of hate it that they left it there, but yeah, I was going to say something. What was I going to say? Don't remember. Anyway, moving on. JL Young. Whoever says they've seen it are lying. Cassie threw a little emoji thingy. I don't know what that is. It's a little smiley huggy thing. Kit 10K. Ah, shit. My dog, Jack, just got sprayed by a skunk. Let the adventure begin. It's always fun when your dog gets sprayed by a skunk, I gotta say. Take Junk. Tack Junk. I don't know what the name is, but it says, hey, Captain, are you going to Las Vegas? No, not this year. War God 6, yeah, haven't been able to catch a live, been busy with my birthday was yesterday, so yeah, well, happy birthday, War God 6. Everybody wishing me a happy birthday. While you're doing that, I'm going to take this time to say hit that like button if you haven't already, and tell me what you want to talk about. We're going to talk about what you guys want to talk about tonight. Hang out for a bit. Don't know how long. We'll see how it goes. See how the super chats go. Who wants to be the first super chat of the night? Super chat it in, and you'll get a special thank you from me for every super chat. I don't know what I could do. I was gonna maybe do shots for super chats again, but decided against it for no particular reason. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to get a few super chats this evening if possible, so if you're able to, please consider doing so. Would really appreciate that. And if not, that's cool too. We'll just hang out and chat. But honestly, as long as the super chats are coming in, I'll keep talking. Once they kind of dry up or don't materialize, I'll probably call it quits. Which will be a minimum of like an hour probably that I'll be on here chatting. So yeah, just if you're able to, it helps us out, helps out the channel. Would really appreciate it. Oh. Let's see. Eric Skelton, have you heard about any behind-the-scenes chicanery going on with Kurtzman and Picard Season 3? Some podcast with a guy wearing a robot mask said Kurtzman is screwing with production. Well, that podcast is not to be listened to because that guy's a fucking dumbass. He just says shit to stir up trouble with no sources or anything. I have not heard anything. I've heard only good things about Season 3 of Picard, and I've seen a lot of good stuff as well from people behind the scenes. At least 4 people involved with the production have reached out to me, either Samuel or myself or both, and shared things about the season. And I think maybe as a little bit of an apology for season 1 and 2, I don't know, but it's shaping up to be really great. And I haven't heard about Dickhead there getting his grubby little shit covered hands in anything. So no, I haven't heard any of that. So there's that. Mr. Atos. So it seems we will see a son of Picard in season 3. There's a rumor. Yeah. CJ O'Neill throws in $10 with super chatted. Thank you. Thank you, CJ O'Neill. What kind of special thank you would you like? We'll do that this way. Every super chat, you just put something that you want me to say, so you can record it, you can clip it, whatever, and I'll try to do it in a funny way. How's that? Let me just, actually I'm going to make a post about that. Super chat, anything you want me to say? There you go. Put that in there. Boom, baby. But thank you, CJ O'Neill. Much appreciated. That is awesome. Great way to start out. Great first super chat. $10 is amazing. Awesome. Mark says Captain on the Bridge. Indeed. This isn't really the bridge. This is the library. So, yeah. Eric's Nico Manser says hello everyone. Well, hello. Eric Skelton, very cool. Thank you. The robot guy just popped up on my feed the other day. Yeah, he hasn't been on my feed for a long time. So, Renee, hey Stuart, thoughts on the Picard movie rumors? Haven't heard any movie rumors for Picard. My guess is that season 3 of Picard, well, it's obviously going to be the last season. That's not my guess. My guess is that Picard is probably going to die in season 3. I have no confirmation of that or anything. I just have a feeling. And it's going to be the closer to the character. So I don't know about a Picard movie. I'm sure that they could do something, but I haven't heard any of those rumors, Renee. So that's kind of where I stand on that. I haven't read anything. I haven't heard anything. But it doesn't mean that it, hasn't been said. So I honestly just don't know what to say about that. Mark Lawrence throws in $5 and says, "Rubber baggy, shit, tongue twisters, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper." There you go, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper. Fuck. Should just have you guys super chat in with like dirty limericks or fucking tongue twisters to make me feel stupid. RJB 1714. Have you seen Ronan J. Coleman's Star Trek retrospective videos? If so, what are your thoughts on it? I have. I've watched all of them, I think, that he's done, and they are fantastic. I really love them. I love the way they're structured. I love the way they're formatted. I love the way they're presented. You always learn new and interesting stuff. And even somebody like me who knows a lot about Star Trek learns a lot from watching those, and they're very well done. I highly recommend if you haven't watched them to go check them out. 1000% yes, and like his videos, subscribe to his channel because he does some really great work, not just with Star Trek stuff, but with everything he does. His retrospective reviews are really great, and like I said, always a little bit of a gold mine. Sometimes you learn a lot of stuff you didn't know but occasionally it's just a little nugget of stuff you didn't know. So, damn internet interruption, says Mark. Damn internet. Kid 10K, I only saw a headline on Facebook that Patrick is interested in reprising the role of Picard for one more TNG movie. Didn't read into it and have my doubts on it. Yeah, those articles are usually bullshit. Like, ooh, Star Trek 4, it'll be out in a year and a half. They've started production. And then they talk to see another interview later with the actors, and they're like, so, we saw this thing that you were going to be in a Star Trek 4. And they're like, first we're hearing about it. What's going on? So yeah, those articles are usually bullshit. You gotta look at the source of the article. Stuff like we've got this covered, and there's other ones that are they're just articles for the sake. They're clickbait articles, and that's where Mr. Robot Head there gets a lot of his information from, I think, because yeah, it's not really a thing. I'm just saying. RJB 1714. Glad you like them. I just watched his Babylon 5 retrospectives. I haven't seen any of the Babylon 5 ones, but I haven't actually even watched all of Babylon 5. So that doesn't, just because I haven't watched the thing doesn't mean I won't watch a review of it or a retrospective on it, though. So I'll probably check out the Babylon 5 stuff. ENG09. Hey, my friend, tomorrow night, more aliens die. Yeah, him and I have been playing Aliens Fire Team Elite, and we've got pretty far now, but it gets very difficult. But it's a hell of a fun game. I haven't been streaming them all. I've streamed one or two, but I haven't been streaming them just because I find it more distracting sometimes to be streaming with comments and stuff popping up. Plus, never get super chats on the game streams, unfortunately, which is understandable considering that it doesn't show up on the screen. If you see the thing on the screen when I'm streaming, then I see it. If you don't, I don't. So super chats for some reason don't get pushed through, and I don't see them. They still come in. You can still super chat and comment, and everybody in the chat can see it. I just can't see it. So usually if I have a moderator present, they'll let me know what the super chat said. But yeah, I haven't been really super chatting. I haven't been streaming Fire Team Elite, and I probably should because it's a really fun game. So, hello Chuck, how's it going? Eric Skelton says, don't know anything about Robot Head, but he seemed shady. Well, I should have rephrased that. Robot Head, there's a channel called Robot Head. I really enjoy his videos, even though he's kind of an asshole too. But I love the way he presents things and says things, and I almost never agree with them, but they're entertaining videos. Doomcock is the other one that somebody called him a robot mask or whatever. That's the one I was talking about. So But no, Robot Head is actually pretty entertaining to watch. Kind of like the Critical Drinker. I don't always agree with the Critical Drinker, but I always love his presentation. He always does it entertainingly, and he's very articulated. He's very intelligent. He makes good points. So does Robot Head, but I don't always agree with the hate message that they have about a lot of things. But I still watch them. So Mark says, "Oh, you know, we got this covered as a reliable source." Yes. Ian G says, "Hey, my friend, I'm off to bed. Have a good night. Live long and prosper. See you later, man. Tomorrow night, we're gonna kill some alien scum. Some xenomorph scum." It's a weird thing to say when you got the live long and prosper salute. Hey, we're gonna kill us some alien scum. Live long and prosper. Sparktastic. Hope to see any actor from Star Trek at the next month Oz Comic Con. It will be a first for me. I don't know where that is, but yeah, hopefully there's a Star Trek actor there for you. That being said, in September, it's London City Comic Con here in London, Ontario, and Robert Picardo is going to be there. Trekyards is also going to be there. We're going to have the TOS captain's chair that you guys can come sit in and get your picture taken and meet me if you want. But Robert Picardo is a good one for hanging out with the fans. So we're going to see if we can get him in the chair and, you know, get some pictures of Robert Picardo in the chair. So that would be awesome. I might also be emceeing his panel if he does a panel. So yeah, and just trying to remember when London Comic Con is. It's in September. I'm just not sure when. The dates are eluding me currently, but it's sometime in September. It's easy to look up. Just look up London City Comic Con on Google, and you'll find it and the dates. So for some reason, September 17th and 18th comes to mind, but that could be wrong. Colin says, "I have many names for the helmet-clad ape, all of which would get me banned, LOL." Well, I probably said them all. Melissa's Legally Blind World. Hi, I'm new to Starfleet. Well, welcome, Melissa. And Starfleet welcomes you. Kit 10K, been meaning to ask, and you probably forgot about it, but did you see that Vibe Out the Steam Train Crash from the 1920s I sent you by Part-Time Explorer? It was really interesting. I didn't see that, no. Kit goes on to say, "I've been talking to the guy who made it a lot and does incredible work on his videos." Cool. Well, I don't do incredible work on my videos. I put in like the minimum amount of effort. So, speaking of, I haven't done a Captain Foley personal channel video in quite a while. I need some good ideas. Plus, I need to get the stuff that's going on with my basement finished so I can be a little more organized, because it's kind of a mess down there right now, and that kind of hinders my creativity somewhat. So, it's a bit of a problem, that. But oh well. And we always have Trekyards. Every Saturday there's a new Trekyards episode. And we also have our various lives during the week. Plus, once August 25th hits and Lower Decks returns, well then, we'll be back on it. And yes, you can hear my pug snoring here below the camera. It's like white noise. It's great. Melissa's Legally Blind World. Nice to meet you, Captain. If the captain's here. I am here. I am Captain Foley. Thank you very much, Melissa. And welcome. Please hit subscribe if you haven't. Because we do these late night hangouts all the time. We also do lives during the week at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we also have a lot of videos, a lot of breakdown videos, review videos, stuff like that on Star Trek, all the new shows, ships and tech specifically, generally. But yeah, welcome. Renee asks, Stuart, when is London Comic Con? September. I can't remember the date. So, Timmy says, "Oh, you are from Ontario's. I am from the Scotia Fornia. Yes, I'm from London, Ontario. So you're from California or Nova Scotia, or both?" Melissa is from Florida. Renee, I looked it up. It's September 17th and 18th. There you go. I was right. Sparkletastic Oz Comic Con is for Australian cities. Sydney is next month. Ooh, cool. Melissa's Legally Blind World. I'm a new subber to your channel. Well, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate that. Hit that like button if you haven't, guys. 43 people here, 32 likes. Let's get those likes up. Also, don't forget to super chat. You can have me say anything you guys want, which you can clip and then use against me. Maybe, I don't know, blackmail me. That'd be awful. Maybe I'm going to regret saying that. Super chat and let me know what you want me to say. Or if you just have a question that you really want me to answer, which I'll probably do anyway, because during these lives I usually read all the comments. So, Mark says, Picardo does seem genuine and fun to just hang out with. Yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to meeting him. Well, I have met him. I met him in Vegas in 2013. Great guy. But it'll be great to have have him there with the TOS captain's chair. I think that'll be fun. War God 6. How about Windsor Comic Con, October 29th and 30th? I probably won't be going to Windsor Comic Con, but who knows? Who knows what'll happen? I definitely won't be taking the TOS captain's chair to Windsor, that's for sure. Windsor's kind of a shithole of a city. Don't know if you know that. War God 6 is like, but I'm from Windsor. It's Windsor. It's a border city. That's all I'll say. The list of Jericho. The Wales Comic Con this year has John Cena going. That'll be a popular one. Yeah, but you know, you go to Comic Con or something, and Cena's there. You won't see him. You won't see him. He'll be invisible. You won't see that shit. So, Melissa says, I'm legally blind and have stabilizing lenses for my weak right eye. Oh. Well, I've got really bad vision myself. I'm not legally blind. Well, I don't know. I could be probably for driving at night, definitely. I got really bad vision and bad astigmatism, and my lenses are expensive as F. Look at that. That's my right lens. Look how thick that is. Left one, not so bad. Right one, really bad. And these are trifocals, guys. I'm that old. You can't see the lines, but I got far distance, mid distance, and then reading. And it took me for like 2 weeks or more to get used to this prescription, just because it's like a trifocal. Whew. But no, I'm not legally blind. I can't drive without my glasses, but yeah, my eyesight's bad, just for the record. Sci-fi and fantasy cast. Hello, Stuart and everyone. Hello, sci-fi and fantasy cast. Welcome. Mark says, Puggy. Yes, the pug is here. I don't know how to say this name. Tycee Jim. $2. Las Vegas will be my first convention. Well, enjoy. The Vegas conventions were always great when they were at the Rio. They were also under creation then, though. They were officially licensed. Now they're not. But the way the Rio Hotel and Convention Center was set up, it was so nice to stay at the Rio and go to the convention there. Apparently they're having it in a new place this year. I can't remember the name of the hotel or casino that they're at, but I don't know how the Vegas conventions are going to be now that they're not officially licensed and stuff. So yeah, unfortunately I won't be going this year, but hopefully you enjoy yourself. It'll be interesting to see how it is this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing pictures, lots of pictures from everybody. Melissa says, I thank Starfleet Medical for that brief on the Mugatu bites. Now I know what to do. Is that the one I made? The Mugatu 101? Kit 10K. Well, your minimum effort on your videos is better than most others' best. Oh, that's not true, dude. That's not true. Dude, okay, I make my videos for my Captain Foley personal channel. I'm like, eh. A few I'm really proud of, like my retrospective on the Tour of the Universe attraction that was in Toronto for quite a few years. That one I put a lot of time and effort into, and actually, put a lot of, heart and soul into. And I watch it, I'm like, oh, that's satisfying. That's good. Then I watch my like weird Star Trek toys video, and I'm like, that could have been better. That could have been a lot better. Then I watch other people's channels and they do the same kind of stuff, and I'm like, yep, I don't know why anybody watches my content. But I thank everyone that does. So maybe I'm just that charming that everybody likes watching me. That's definitely not true, by the way. But this is Jericho, going to Vegas as well. Weird what happened with Paul Wesley announcing he was coming and then canceling a day later. I didn't know that, but that is weird. That's the new Kirk, by the way, from Strange New Worlds, if you guys didn't know. Colin Barrett, LOL, saw a pug having a moment earlier. He decided it was too hot to walk any further than 10 feet from the car and refusing to go any further, LOL. Yeah, that's the puggins for you. New puggins. Well, they don't like to walk generally because they're lazy. If it's too hot, yeah, they're going to be sensitive. I once took her for a walk around the block once. Just once. Well, I go for pretty long walks, especially late at night. I debated doing a live tonight or going for a walk. Decided to do a live. I could have also taken the Camaro for a spin, but did that the last few nights. So I'm forgoing exercising to talk to you guys. So make it worth my while and super chat. I'm just saying. Anyway, story is I took her around the block. It was actually more than one block, but anyway, got about halfway and she just gave up, and I had to carry the rest of the way home. When I had a longer walk planned still, but no, I had to, and it was weird because we were like almost halfway and she just gave up. So I had to carry her back, and I also had my little Chihuahua with me, Dot, who she just was still on the leash doing her thing, but it's difficult walking a Chihuahua on a leash and carrying a pug. The Sci-Fi and Fantasy Cast said, were you able to get a Tomy Enterprise? Yes. Thank the maker. I had a backup plan upon backup plan upon backup plan to get that thing. And luckily, my first plan said yes. My second plan said yes. My second plan was actually the better plan, so I went with the second plan. Yeah, I ordered it, and you have to have it shipped to somewhere in the States. I asked Gary Kerr, one of the guys that actually helped with the Smithsonian restoration of the TOS Enterprise, who's a friend of mine from Wonderfest, asked him if I could have it shipped to him. He's the guy behind the project. He's the one that's pushing this project forward and giving them the technical advice to make the model correct. I said, is it possible for me to get one shipped to you? He said, yes. And then when he received it, I was just going to pay him to ship it to Canada, which would be awfully expensive for the size and the weight of this thing. But my backup plan was a friend of mine in Michigan, who's a chiropractor. They just built a new house like a few years ago, and I said, can I have it shipped to you? And he says, yes. So I'm having it shipped to his place, and then I'll just go visit him for a weekend, because it's great visiting with him. Visit him for a weekend, hang out, have some fun, have some drinks, look at his toy collection. He's got a lot of cool stuff. And then bring it home across the border. And if they give me any static, basically it was for my birthday, man. It's a birthday gift. So I don't see there being issues at the border and whatever, but that's the plan. And it's going to be, they said they're going to start production. They're going to have them shipped out. They should be arriving in like August of next year. So still a year to wait, but yes, getting a Tomy Enterprise. I would never let that thing slip through my fingers. Are you kidding me? No. Melissa says, I have a question for Starfleet Medical. Any tips on transporter phobia? Any tips for coping, Cap? Take a shuttle whenever possible. Yeah, transporter phobia is actually a real thing. Barkley dealt with it. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just a captain. I didn't, focus on medical at all during my tenure in Starfleet Academy. So I would, defer you to one of my medical associates. I honestly don't know, but transporter phobia is a bad thing. Take a shuttle whenever possible. Follow the advice of McCoy and Pulaski, and try not to have your atoms scattered all across the galaxy. That being said, I think transporting's fun. So, Timmy, I'm from Scotia, but people here sometimes say Scotiafornia because we like to pretend our weather doesn't suck. Oh, okay. Well, good to see you. Welcome. Melissa says, I hit the like just now. Thank you very much for hitting the like. Speaking of, we have 39 likes with 43 people here. Let's try to go for 50 likes, guys. 11 of you might not have hit that like button. I know you're like, the math doesn't work out. People come and go in these live streams. They come in, hit like, watch for a few minutes and leave, and then new people come in and they don't hit like. So the number that are watching doesn't always match up with the number that we can get for likes. So hit that like button. Another 10 likes now because we're at 40. 10 people out there haven't hit that like button, and I know it. Hit it now. Seta iTransmedia. Do you have plans to do any streaming stuff for the Prodigy Supernova game? I'll probably do gameplay of that if I get it. I'm looking forward to the new Star Trek Resurgence game, which I definitely will be doing live stream plays of. Prodigy Supernova, I don't know. I don't even know when it's coming out. I have seen some stuff on it. It looks interesting enough. I will probably get it. But if I do get it, I will do some live plays of it, yes. Darren Wagner. I wonder if I'll be getting my XL Stargazer from Eagle Moss after all. Possibly. You might. If you guys haven't heard, Ben Robinson announced that there are people interested in buying Eagle Moss, which I said from the beginning. As soon as the word bankruptcy hit, I said, it's too early to tell. Likely somebody will buy the company and keep it going. Rumor has it that it's round two models. They actually have bought a lot of defunct model companies over the last few years, such as AMT and a few other ones, and do really great work. They made the 350 scale TOS Enterprise that I have in the ready room next door. So yeah, if they buy Eagle Moss, chances are that all the Enterprise D builds that Eagle Moss had, as well as the Ecto one and the DeLorean and stuff, those will all be finished and fulfilled. And they've already got the facilities, they've already got everything they need to make new starships. And with so many new shows coming out and new starships that we haven't got yet, yes, somebody needs to buy Eagle Moss. So you might get the XL Stargazer. Don't lose hope on that. But yeah, I mean, even there's a lot of ships that new ships that need to be made by Eagle Moss. So they need to get on that. Plus, Picard Season 3, there's going to be a ton of new ships. This I know for a fact, some of which I may have seen. And trust me, Picard Season 3 is going to be a ship lover's dream for Star Trek. So they need to make these ships. And it just makes sense to have CBS and Paramount's help and involvement in that to keep Eagle Moss going, which apparently they have. Paramount is like behind them 100% to try to get somebody in there to help keep it going. So Melissa says, if Starfleet Medical is wondering, my vision acuity is a weak 2200. Oh my God. I don't know what mine is number wise. But yeah, my astigmatism is really bad. And even with corrective lenses, even if it was a brand new prescription, they just did it, just made the lenses, I would still not have perfect vision because of my astigmatism. So yeah, but hey, I look fucking phenomenal in glasses, so I can't imagine myself without glasses. I look like an idiot. See? Oh, hi, I'm Captain Foley. Plus, it shows off the rings under my eyes from bags from me being like tired. You put these on, it's like that goes away. It's amazing. It's a goddamn miracle. Stephen Heckert just popped in to say him. I came in to say hi and see what the topic was about. But the first thing I noticed was you looking a bit under the weather. You okay, Kev? Really? I don't think I'm under the weather. I'm tired. I fell asleep on the couch like an hour and a half ago when we were watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. No, we're watching Angel because we're switching between Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel because you have to watch them that way. I fell asleep in just like half the episode. I've been tired. I haven't been getting enough sleep. But other than that, I feel fine. I was outside all day today as well. Like I said, I was at my son's for a barbecue, so the fresh air might have knocked me out a bit too. So, but no, I feel fine. I hate when people say you don't look good. Are you okay? It's like, yes, I hope so. Do you notice something that I don't? Am I in trouble? I hope I don't have anything bad. Oh my God. No, I feel fine. Just tired, but thank you. And my back's sore, but that's par for the course. Colin says, for material to be blackmailed with, you really need to be on Cameo. I applied to be on Cameo. Never heard back from him. I'm just not that important, and that's true. But somebody asked me if I would ever consider it, and I'm like, well, we have the channel here. All you gotta do is come and do a super chat or whatever, and I'll say your Cameo thing here. Like, no, you should apply for Cameo. It might be a good source of, because smaller YouTubers and stuff are doing it. I'm like, oh, okay, well, what the hell? Went and did the application, never heard back. So, Steven says, I know a family from Windsor, and they would agree with your assessment. Kev Horsley throws in $1 with no comment, but thank you so much, Kev. Much appreciated. All those $1 ones add up. If everybody right now put in $1, we would be laughing. So, and if you're watching this after the fact, which you can do, might not be live for you. You can do a super thanks. There's a super thanks button down there. You can donate that way to show your support. JB says, finally worked up the courage to replace the light switch. Feel like a real man, sort of. It's like me whenever I do anything. I trimmed the hedges. I am a real man. Or yeah, I replaced that light fixture. I'm a real man. Even just changing the light bulb, I'm like, yeah. I'm not like a handy kind of guy. I don't like doing work outside. I don't like my hands being dirty. Not that I'm prissy. I just never got into it. It's just certain mindsets can't do that kind of work. They can't come up with unique problem solving, and well, I can solve the problems mentally. It's executing them and having the technical know how to do so. That's the problem. As much as I've had my Camaro since 1992. I was 18. I got it. As much as I've seen people work on it and talk to me about it and show me what they're doing, I know the basics, but I would never know where to start in actually fixing something. So, but yeah, the slightest little thing you do, and it's like, goddamn, I'm a goddamn man. I'm a man. Mark says, I'm about a year or two from bifocals. Doesn't make you old, man. I'm only 48, so. Melissa says, I've been to MegaCon down here in Florida in 2018 and love the heck out of it. And man, my lens power for the right lens is a full-on 19 super thick. Well, we can commiserate on that. Mine are also thick. Not as thick as yours, but... Poseidon 500 says, hi, folks. Trekyards says, I finally got the drive section looking pretty on the NX era model. El Capo. Don't call me El Capo. It sounds too much like El Chapo. Gonna be sick. Yes. Melissa says, I'm using magnification and view screen reading Starfleet. A reader Starfleet. How is the captioning on YouTube? I've watched some of our videos with captioning on, and especially when Samuel is talking, not just because of the English accent, but because he kind of speaks really quickly. It's really funny what the captioning does. So I don't think you're always getting the full picture. Whenever we say Trekyards, it says Trekyards or Trekyards or some other silly shit. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. Yes, Mugatu 101, that one. The Mugatu. That was a good episode. That was fun to make. Um, that was a Starfleet 101 course that I did all about the Mugatu. That was after the Lower Decks episode with the Mugatu in it. If you guys haven't checked that out, go check it out. She says, is it okay that I am getting into Trek? I'm just a wee cadet. Hope you don't mind, Cap. Don't mind at all. And yes, get into Trek. Trek is amazing. Trek or not, you shouldn't compare yourself to other channels, as Trekyards is a unique platform. Yes and no. Yes and no. And yeah, when I watch other channels, I sometimes think about our Trekyards videos. Usually those are more polished. Samuel does good editing. We have the nice overlays and stuff like that. But I'm thinking more of my personal channel where I do like 10 weird Star Trek toys from the past, and it's just the weirdest shit. But you know, like other channels like the Junk Man or that Junk Man, whatever. Right? He does a lot of Star Wars content. He does the same kind of thing, but he does them so much better. And you know, I'm always comparing myself to other people, and that's good because it makes me a better person. Because I try to improve on the things that I see in myself that are weaknesses. So it sometimes does generate much better videos, but because of my, you know, my anxiety, my depression, my ADHD, and my OCD, they're always battling with each other. My ADHD makes me want to just rush through a video, get it done, get it out, not have any special frills or, you know, special stuff in it. But my OCD is like, this one you need to like focus on a few things and actually put out a good video. So I'm always at odds with myself and battling myself. It's a pain in the ass. So I'm almost never 100% happy with a finished product video-wise. So that's why I like these lives where it's just hanging out with you guys, chatting and just being myself. Trek or not? Oh, read that one. Never mind. Melissa says, I'm 29 human years old, Captain. Oh, welcome. Kit, I can't do it, Captain. I cannot hit the like button anymore. Okay. Bad Scotty impression, I know. I blame it on lack of sleep. Melissa says, when it comes to Starfleet Medical, what does the hypo feel like? Does it feel funny or a cool zing? It just feels like a cool zing on your skin. Doesn't hurt, doesn't feel funny at all. You hardly even notice it, especially through clothing. You wouldn't even really feel the cool but yeah, doesn't hurt. Wooden flutes. Hi, it seems Strange New Worlds is recanonizing the idea of different insignia for some Federation assignments. Neutral Zone Outpost 4 and Kirk's Strange New World Season 2 Tunic both have unique insignia, as they should. Recanonize that shit. Shouldn't have been uncanonized. Melissa, I adore the Enterprise D. She loves the D. The sci-fi and fantasy cast. Glad you got the Tomy Enterprise. Hell yeah. I was not going to miss that. Come hell or high water, I was going to get that in some form. And not secondhand. They had like the captain's rank, or commander's rank, captain's rank, and admiral's rank for ordering them. Commander's rank was you get one, you buy one. Captain was to get two. Admiral, you get three. People are going to be reselling these at conventions. And considering that they were like $600 US to get through Tomy, which was like 748 or 770 something Canadian. It's quite a bit, but it's really worth the money. Trust me. I did a video on that. Is it worth it? Yes, 100% is. Way more than the Playmobil Enterprise was for its price. Where was I going with that thought? I was going to get one coming. Oh, and the secondary market. You're going to see them at conventions, and they're going to be like $1,500. Or if they're smart, $1,700 and $1. But they're going to be super expensive on the secondary market. Trek or not, for transport phobia, travel tranquilized. Melissa says, aye, sir. I understand, Captain. A little behind in the chat, so I apologize if I'm not hitting the points you guys are when you're saying them. I'm sorry. Kit 10K, gotta call it a night later, Cap. Night, Kit. The sci-fi and fantasy cast. Online, I found a shipping service called Forward to Me for companies that won't ship out of the U.S. Hitting the like button. Dun, dun, dun. There's a few places like that. So Melissa says I might also hang with Barkley maybe too. Barkley's cool. Jaws says, is it weird that I'm looking forward to Lower Deck Season 3 even more than Strange New Worlds Season 2? Like Samuel said, it's good to have a show that expands the lore and isn't a prequel. Yes, yes, we both feel that way. You can watch it without worrying what they're going to fuck up. Like Strange New Worlds, you're like, oh, well, they're going to introduce a new ship. Oh, it doesn't look like it should. Okay, cool. Well, still a good episode. But yeah, Lord actually like, yeah, what are they going to show us next? Ooh, look at that. There's an Excelsior class, or there's another Galaxy class. It looks exactly like it should. So yeah. Mark, if Eagle Moss does get bought and reopens, I'll finally order an Ambassador class. Each Ambassador class they have, the XL and the regular, both have problems. They're missing like the main impulse engine on the neck, just for the record. I've done a lot of Eagle Moss reviews, like 91 of them, 91 ships that I've reviewed from Eagle Moss, and they're generally pretty good. But there are some issues, some glaring issues on some of them, and that's one of the things on that one particularly. So hopefully they make it simpler to buy models. I don't want a subscription, and let me search by name. I thought they did that already. Eagle Moss problems with cash flow. It's a viable business, so more than likely will be bought out. Melissa says, when I board the Enterprise, I'll make sure to bring my guide cane, and I might be a sickbay frequent as I have respiratory struggles. I'm also totally blind in the left eye, so I'm stuck with my 2200. Right. Oof. You can hang out in sickbay, that's cool. I'll come visit you in sickbay, Melissa, that's fine. Darth Keith says, I got an Enterprise off of Amazon. Mark says, I feel your pain about the astigmatism. Melissa says, me, I'm not lucky. My lenses only reduce the blurriness to a copable level. I have retinopathy and prematurely induced legal blindness. It's sad to hear. It's sad to hear. I assume that surgery is not an option. Sylvia and myself were talking about this earlier today, that I should get LASIK because it'll reduce the cost of my goddamn lenses when I buy glasses. My glasses are expensive. They're like $400 more for just the lenses. But getting LASIK is also expensive, but it would help my eyes enough where I think that my prescription would be much more manageable and a lot smaller as far as thickness goes. But I don't really like them shining shit in my eyes. And Mark, I've been up all hours this last week, being on vacation, so I'm wide awake now, and tomorrow will probably suck going back to work. But I do go work from home. Yeah, I don't have much to do tomorrow. See, generally I go to sleep around 3:30, 4 o'clock a.m., and I sleep till 10, maybe 11 in the morning. Maybe tomorrow I can sleep in bed. I have nothing to do, literally, but I always feel guilty if I sleep past like 11 at the latest, because like you wake up and half the day is gone pretty much. You're like, for fuck's sake. So before you realize it, it's like 5 o'clock, and you're like, oh my God, I wasted like most of my day. So I have a real problem because I'm a real night owl. I do not do well in mornings, and I'm always wide awake at night. So I have a real problem struggling with going to sleep at a decent time and getting up at a decent time and getting enough sleep. So generally the trade-off is I don't get enough sleep, and that's very bad. It's very unhealthy. So it puts you in an early grave if you don't get enough sleep. So it's a thing that happens. Melissa says, my favorite is Starfleet Medical. Peter Lacaco, $5. Hey, Captain. Missed the bridge crew nights. Lots of laughs. I need to go back and watch some over. Hope all is well. Thank you for the super chat, Peter. Yeah, we haven't played Bridge Crew in a while. Go watch some of the old ones. They're really fun. We will do them again. Do not fear. It's a fun game to play. And maybe we'll get the crew back together soon. JB, I'm the same. I'm not a tool and handiwork oriented type of person. Not very good at it. Takes me lots of time and stress to learn. Yes. Colin Barrett, €2. Cameos lost. LOL. I would have believed you until the LOL. The cameos lost. But it's like cameos lost. Dumbass, he applied for cameo, everybody. What an idiot. Oh, this thing's still on. Colin says the captions are hilarious. Mostly wrong. Melissa says my favorite Starfleet medical doctor is Dr. Beverly Crusher. Aye, sir, I understand. Typos, I see. Trekyards. Yeah, we all like that Star Trek. Joshua Farrow. Hey, Captain. Hope your night is going well. It is, Josh. Hopefully you are doing well as well. Colin. That's what YouTube is for. Crazy content that otherwise would not get made. Mark says other channels don't have story time. Love the first one you did. I haven't done many story times. That's the thing. I start these series and I never do anymore. Like story time with Captain Foley. Did a few. Rant alert, which was fucking fun to do, and I still have a list of things I need to rant about. But the problem is a lot of the comments are like, "Oh, this guy's just being petty and blah blah blah." So I really need something good to rant about, and I need to be in the mood to rant, and I'm not always in the mood to rant. Although you see me rant on these lives quite a bit if something sets me off. But the Rant Alert series, there's a couple other things that I've tried doing, like project-wise, as far as like a series goes, and I just, you know, for one reason or another. Melissa says, I'm doing okay, been sore, not sure if it's Ordelian flu or what. Ordelian flu. YouTube guidelines. Have you heard of Gachimuchi? Gachimuchi? No. SC Scout guy, Stuart, you need to release a sex tape. It might help the channel. Hey, it made Kim Kardashian famous. I'm just going to move on from that. Cosmo, I definitely suffer from anxiety and love your lives and videos showing your stuff like the Sherlock Holmes collection and toys. Keep it up. Somehow calms me. It's good to hear, and I've heard that from a lot of people, that we've got them through a difficult time, or, you know, we're the only channel they can go to and talk about and enjoy hearing about Star Trek because their family or friends don't watch Star Trek. But we've had people that we've helped them with depression. We've helped them get through hard times, like either an injury or being in a hospital stay, or, you know, something tragic happening in their family. They watch us, they listen to us, they enjoy what they like, hanging out. And I never thought I'd be helping people in that way. So it makes me feel really good to hear that I've helped somebody. It's like I've finally figured out what I want to do when I grow up, because I still don't know. So it makes me feel good. So Melissa says, phew, that's a relief. I thought it would shock an injection because they seem to wince. I guess it depends what's in the hypo spray. I mean, some things might burn a little when they hit the blood, depending on how potent they are. I don't know if that's why they wince, but Eric Martin, looks like live forecasts are reliable as reliable as weather forecasts. Good to see you, Cap. Yeah, I thought about that after, because Eric messaged me earlier. Is there going to be a live tonight? And I'm like, probably not, because I didn't plan on it. And then once I started, I'm like, shit. Hopefully Eric doesn't tune in, because he's gonna know. He's gonna know that I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. Joshua Farrow. I just got back from a vacation from Maine. Bittersweet work tomorrow. Well, back to the grind. Melissa says, if Starfleet Medical is here, do you offer Braille? No, we can't, unfortunately. Daniel Tusa says, hello, what is your favorite non-hero ship? A non-hero ship. It's hard to pick a favorite because there's so many great ships. I really like the Chimera class from Star Trek Online. Another good non-hero, which it's still pretty wide open. Does that even mean beta canon and stuff? Because it would have to be the Federation class Dreadnought from Franz Joseph. I don't know. That's a good question. There's a lot of really great ships. Don't know if I have a. Don't know if I can pick just one. Sturm von Alk, looking forward to the Tomy Enterprise. Hell yeah. Kev Horsley throws in $2, so thank you. I hope 4 more open shuttle bay. I hope 4 more open shuttle bay in Star Trek Discovery Season 5. You? I don't want the shuttle bay to be open. It shouldn't be open. You be quiet, you. Mark, we all know you love the Sombra class. I was fighting saying it earlier when I was talking about new ships in Strange New Worlds. Oh, we got a new ship. It's fast. It's made with the same parts as Constitution class. Sweet, cool. Probably in a different configuration. Awesome. And look at the 2 new ship. Oh, it's just the fucking Constitution class again. Dumbasses. It's not a different class of ship then, is it? Melissa says, I've been Star Trek lore hunting and learning a lot when I heard about Sarnia Douglas. Sarina Douglas. I was scared, like, whoa. Accelerated critical neural pathway formation seems risky and dangerous. Poor Sarina. Damn. It's gotta get something out of my bucket. Not that one. Yeah. Found it. Jarzia throws in $20. Awesome super chat. Thank you so much. I know I've been super absent, working evenings and all, but I still appreciate what you and Samuel do. If you want to thank me for the super chat, do a rendition of Janeway's speech from the end of Caretaker, Shatner style. I don't have the speech, so I can't. I would if I could, but sadly, I cannot. I can't really do that right now. But thank you, Jarzia. Melissa says, no cap, surgery won't work. Doctors tried when I was born and it failed. Oh, no. Mark, I've asked the eye doctor about LASIK a few times. He told me that with the astigmatism, it probably wouldn't be that effective. Exactly, I've heard that too. It'll definitely never make your eyes 100%, especially with astigmatism, but it could make them better to the point where, again, your prescription isn't quite as bad. Trek or not, I'm kind of sad I didn't get the Rhode Island XL from Eagle Moss. Basically a top 5 favorite ship for me. I got that one. It's a beautiful model too, just to rub it in a little. Melissa says, when it comes to sickbay, I get the heebie-jeebies with the hypo. Wooden flutes. Do super chats fund on your personal lives? Go to fund the channel. I do split them with Samuel. Yes. Yes. So if I do this live, for example, it'll be split with Samuel. So, but if I do one on my Captain Foley personal channel, that would probably just be for me. But I never do lives over there because I got a much bigger audience here, so it doesn't make sense to do them over there, except to build that audience. But then a lot of people would miss out on them. So I like you guys, and I'm going to do them here. And I like Samuel, so he can experience the joy of. Anyway. Darth Maul. Last thing I got from Eagle Moss was the XL NX-01 and the Stranger Worlds Enterprise. Beautiful models. Also got gifted a part of the purchase was the Enterprise D dedication plaque. All delivered a 3 days before the administration. Wow. Wow, that's awesome. Melissa says, I'm a little sore in my lower back. I think I may be a tiny bit of Iridian flu after checking Starfleet medical databases. Granted, Dr. Crusher says, be careful with it. Well, take care. Colin says, if you need inspiration to rant, to read Facebook comments for a while. I can't even read our own comments on our videos a lot of times just because people are assholes. And 15 positive, great comments, I'm like, yeah. One negative one, it's like, ugh, and it bothers me all day. It ruins my mood. Yeah. Zachary Gibbons, I never noticed the Star Trek TNG blooper, but I finally saw the scene where Bashir wearing white tennis shoes in the 2-part TNG episode Birthright. Yes. White tennis shoes as he walks down the hall away from Data. Mark says, rant alert topic. How do lithium crystals power warp cores? Please don't kill me. I think that's on my list, actually. I should check my rant alert list sometime. Melissa says, when it comes to sickbay, what can I expect? The very utmost in professionalism. Zachary Gibbons, I'm not excited for the Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks crossover. Strange New Worlds doesn't need to go the Who Framed Roger Rabbit hole with cartoons in real life. What I think it's going to be is I think it's probably going to be Mariner and Boimler deciding to do a holodeck program, much like Riker and Troy did for the NX-01. But it's going to be looking at Pike and one of his missions, and they're going to pull up the whole thing. It's going to be live action, and they're going to be like, computer, adjust our whatever to fit in, and they're going to go from the animated to the live action. Pike does, or Anson Mount does say he does go 2D in it, so at one point, so I don't know how it's going to work in necessarily, but it'll be interesting to see. I'm interested to see how they do it. Don't know if I'm looking forward to it or not, but I kind of am at the same time. That's a tough one. Jaws says, Cap, do you see pre-bankruptcy Eagle Moss models going up in value? I don't see myself ever selling my collection, but in some of them, if some of them become rare collectibles, I may be willing to part with a few. Yeah, there's going to be a few of the favorite, more sought-after ones that are definitely going to go up in price on the aftermarket scene. Yeah, I think so. Melissa says, I recently been learning about Starfleet Medical and learning a lot. I know how a tricorder works now. I don't mind my yearly medical scan, but hypo I get nervous because it's on the neck. You'll be fine. Don't worry. Joshua says, Melissa, do you have a YouTube channel? Zoxer, should we expect to see a live group viewing of the new Lower Decks episodes? No. Trekyards, there is coffee in that there nebula, Mr. Spock. Jaws, also, I've been arguing with people who claim transporters just kill people to make copies. What are good episodes to recommend to prove this isn't the case? No idea. We've done maybe the Trekyards two-parter on the transporter system might help you. We kind of talk about that quandary a little bit. Episodes of Star Trek wise that would explain that, I don't really know. It's never really brought up. It could be construed as a murder machine, but I don't necessarily agree with that assessment. But that's a tough one. I honestly don't have any recommendations for episodes for you, except for ours, parts 1 and 2. Melissa says, yes, Melissa's Legally Blind World. Everybody go subscribe to Melissa's Legally Blind World. Do it now. And I will do it after this live. Darth Maul, so Eagle Moss is no more. They're on pause right now. Don't worry, somebody will probably buy them and continue on. Zachary Gibbons, there might be a 20th century way to recrystallize the lithium. I think it might involve nuclear vessels. Melissa says, I like the TNG, JJ, and Strange New Worlds Star Trek. Hope you all don't mind. Of course we don't. Jaws, is the Eagle Moss USS Rhode Island better than the Equinox? I remember being disappointed by how rubbery the Equinox nacelles felt. Offhand, I can't remember. And I don't even know if I have both of those. I have one of them, but I can't remember which one. So I don't know if I can help you with that. I would say go check my Eagle Moss review playlist. don't think I've done both of them though, so I think I only have one, or maybe never got around to the other one. I don't know. Melissa's Legally Blind World says, I hate the negativity as well, Cap. I get down feeling when it happens. Luckily, heading to Dr. Crusher's, let yourself go relax, and it's helping a little. Thanks, Dr. Crusher. I'm also hoping to TNG Blu-rays for Christmas. There you go. Good luck. Hope you get them. Jersey, I'm curious. We'll see how it goes. Zachary Gibbons, Voids or EMH? Tricorder. Medical tricorder. Tricorder. Medical tricorder. Yes. Cody says, hope everyone is having a good Sunday. So far, so good. And you guys are making it better, so thank you. Colin says there's coffee in that nebula, but first, murder Tuvix and reject Harry's recommendation for a promotion. And promote Tom Paris again. Well, yeah. Just to rub it in Harry Kim's face a little. Melissa says, sorry, can't link. I'm not a mod or high command. That's true, she can't send the link. But just guys, go to YouTube search and type in Melissa's Legally Blind World. Wooden Flutes throws in $20. And before I get to Wooden Flutes super chat, which is great, by the way. Melissa, I apologize, but we usually have moderators here, especially Fleetpaw. If Fleetpaw was here, he would have put a link into your channel in the chat. I can't do that with the platform I'm running. So we don't have another moderator here. Matt Boardman is not here. Olivia's not here. None of them are here right now. So it's a good time to do a cyber attack from the Russian bots. Russian bots, are you listening? But anyway, normally they would just put in the link in there for you, but yeah, unfortunately I can't. Wooden Flutes, $20 from a fellow Ontarian who's been watching for years. Thanks. You help entertain and scratch the chatting with fellow trekkers itch for those of us who don't have fans close by to obsess over the details with. Well, thank you. Fellow Ontarian, where are you from, man? Let me know. Colin Barrett, in the standard size, the Rhode Island is far better model than the Equinox. There you go. There's your answer. Darth Maul, the best JJ movies for me are 1, 3, and 2. Or 1, 3, and 2 for me. You remove the Wrath of Khan element from 2 and it's a better film, but still last. For me, it would be 3, 1, and 2. Joshua Farrow, is the EMH standard in all new ships in Starfleet? Yes. Melissa says, I wonder, do the doctors constantly check you aboard in your cabin aboard the Enterprise, or do you have to report to sickbay? You're in the military, essentially, in Starfleet, so you have regular checkups you have to do. So most people would check in if there's a problem, but you do have regular checkups, so. Darth Maul, who knew Thanos' daughter had coffee in her? Wow. Wow. I just assume most people have coffee in them, and not in a dirty way, like I was first wowing at. You know, if I'm up for more than half an hour, I've got coffee in me. So, hey. Jade Bow 1, great stuff. Thanks for Trekyards. Would like to see more Starfleet Battles material. A Lyran Heavy Cruiser review would be awesome. Yeah, I'd like to do more Starfleet Battles stuff as well. There are some really fantastic ships. I might have to do those on my own. Samuel's not really into Starfleet Battles. He doesn't understand it all. And he doesn't really like to take the time to talk about them necessarily. I might do some on my own, actually. Do some Starfleet Battles material. That might be fun. Just looking for my Starfleet Battles manual. There it is up there. Yeah, I might do some videos of that for myself. So, by myself, for you guys. I'm George Lucas. I'm just going to make movies for myself. No one will ever see them. Okay, George. Stern Von Alk, has anyone received any news about the One Company tricorder? I have not in a long time. I completely forgot about that. God damn. Wooden Flute says he's from Cornwall, Ontario, but grew up in Brampton. Well, there you go. Cornwall's not far from London. We should meet up. Joshua Farrow. I subscribe to your channel, Melissa. I have disabilities as well, and Star Trek has helped my life a lot. Thank you, Joshua. Trekyards, RoboCop versus Terminator. Which do you like more? Not a fair comparison. Probably enjoy the Terminator films a little more than the RoboCop films as a whole, but I enjoy them both. So, Melissa says, when it comes to it, I adore the holodeck, and oh, okay, I don't mind getting my medical scan. Helps keep me healthy. Exactly. Mark says, I drink a pot of coffee a day. There you go. Zachary says, breaking news, Harry is still an ensign, holding the record for longest time as ensign in Starfleet. Melissa says, thanks for the subs, guys. Yes, everyone that's watching this, whether it's live now or not live after the fact, go subscribe to Melissa's Legally Blind World. Help her out. Help her get those subs up for her. Eric Martin throws in $5. Thank you, Eric. I remember during the Wrath of Khan, Saavik was arguing with Kirk while she was beaming, so it seems to me she wasn't killed and copied. Just a thought. Yeah. That was actually a big thing in Star Trek 2, where they could talk and kind of move in the transporter beam, because in TOS, they had to still stand very still, and then you should watch our episodes on the transporters, guys. It's a two-parter. It's worth it. In the TOS times, before they fucked it up, when the transport beam initiated, it initially starts with a stasis field around the body so you don't move. So everything's in the same place. So that's why you see them stop and pause, and then it's like they beam, and then once the beaming's finished, then the stasis field releases and you can move again. For Star Trek 2, though, they've upgraded transporter systems, obviously, so you can now move and talk and have a conversation while you're beaming, as opposed to in TOS where you couldn't do that. Loved that advancement of technology, and then they went along and fucked it up. And ooh, the transporters in Enterprise, NX-01 time, fucking get Archer while he's running. No, you couldn't lock onto a moving target, especially back then, with a goddamn transporter. What the fuck are you doing? One of the things that pissed me off about Enterprise. Retcon and shit like that. Melissa's Legally Blind World. I pray this isn't too much, Cap, but are the checkup scans yearly or weekly so I don't forget? I don't know, honestly. Probably quarterly for a year, maybe every couple months, maybe half a year. I don't know. Jerry Wells, great channel. How about a deep dive into the Daedalus class? Dun dun dun. We've done some videos on the Daedalus. We've done some mission briefings on them and stuff. We haven't done a full breakdown video on one just because there's so much information out there. It's one we will do eventually, but we have done quite a few videos on the Daedalus class, just not super in depth. So, yeah. Melissa said, my next medical scan. Wonder Boy live stream, but not until Tuesday. Trek or not, I'd buy that for $1. Nair B and Row. Howdy, love the vids. Thank you so much. Zachary Gibbons, RoboCop 1 is good. RoboCop 2, RoboCop 3, what the fuck? RoboCop reboot just now. Disagree with you there. I liked the RoboCop reboot. I think the reboot did a fantastic job. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't the best movie ever, but as a reboot goes, it did pretty good. They paid homage to the original suit. It was good. I like it. It takes a lot of heat, and it's a guilty pleasure of mine that I like the RoboCop reboot. So, shut up. Melissa said, I'm just a cadet about the microcellular scan I missed. I missed mine. How does a Starfleet doc do that? Is it via the tricorder or a finger probe? It's probably a tricorder. I don't know. I'm not a medical expert, as it says. Trekyards has a soft spot for RoboCop 3. Wonder Boy says the SUX 6000. Yes. Melissa says, yeah, you're paralyzed when you beam. Yeah, well, in TOS times, we're beyond that. It's fine. OCP, because we care. Disclaimer, care not provided. Joshua Farrow, do you know the name of the video for the transporter? Just type in the search bar, just type in Trekyards transporter part 1 or part 2. But Trekyards transporter should pull it up. Just trying to remember what the actual title of it was. I think it was it wasn't a fact file. It might have been a fact file. I don't remember. It was one of our early ones. Yeah, just type in Trekyards transporter part 1, part 2, and then you'll see them. Sturm von Alk, TMP transporter malfunctions. They were writhing and screaming. Yes. That was the development of the tech from stasis field so you don't move, so you don't materialize in the wrong pattern, to movie era where they initiated the you can move now, but they're totally fucked up there, and then Star Trek 2 where they got it locked down and good. So, greetings from Quebec, Captain Foley. Well, greetings, Sinbad. Colin Barrett, I take it we are not going to get an in-depth look at the somber class then? No, not so much. Melissa says I have to reply to an auditory readout on my pad when it comes to briefings. That's cool. Wonder Boy says liver is too far gone. Oops. Jarzia, $5. I think seeing Barclay's first-person perspective of a full transporter cycle in Realm of Fear is the best argument against transporters killing you. Yeah. Jarzia, thank you for that call-out, and thank you for the super chat. So whoever asked that question, Realm of Fear is the one. That's where he deals with his transporter psychosis. Sinbad, I'm curious. Have you ever went to Quebec City? I went to Quebec City Comic-Con and had the chance to speak and meet with John Delancey in the flesh. I have never been to Quebec City, no. Manhal Jones, greetings from Hamilton, Ontario. Love your show. Feel free to check out Trekker's Delight. More than welcome to come on our show. Super impressed with your answers. Thank you, champ. Manny. Well, thank you, Manny. So I got to check out Trekker's Delight. Okay, I will check that out and subscribe. And you're in Hamilton. That's a weird noise. You're in Hamilton. I'm in London, Ontario, so I'm just down the block from you, kind of. But yeah, I'd love to come on your show sometime. Drop me a line. Shoot me a message on Facebook if you're on Facebook. Shoot me a private message, or just email us at trekyards@hotmail.com, and I'll see if I can get me and Samuel on to your show. That'd be awesome. Sinbad, he is a very nice person too. It was last year, by the way. Delancey, yeah. Yeah, I've heard he's a nice guy. I've never actually met him personally, so. Wonder Boy says, oh no, Kurtzman. Cody Michaels, Predator franchise has far more good movies than RoboCop and Terminator. I like the Predator franchise. There's a lot of good stuff. Darth Maul, RoboCop 2014 was very good as a reboot. It did its own thing and respected the Weller. Yes. Sinbad says, Kurtzman doesn't even care about Star Trek. Don't get me started. Trek or not, RoboCop 1 is a masterpiece, though. Melissa says, feel free to type Melissa's Legally Blind World and feel free to check me out. I'll have to remember to do that after this live, Melissa. Trek or not, Verhoeven as a director gave us Robo 1, Total Recall, and Starship Troopers. His movies have grit and atmosphere in bag loads. Joshua Farrow, my guilty pleasure is the TNG episode Genesis. Love that one. It was one that always stuck with me. Melissa says, shuttle for me, I'm too scared to beam. Oh no. Wooden flutes, my gosh, I just did the math, and I've been watching Trekyards since the lead up to Star Trek Beyond 2016. Anyway, thanks and good night. Good night, Wooden flutes. And yeah, we've been around a while. It's going to be 8 years in October. Damn. Melissa says it's like welcome to Barclay's world when it comes to my transporter phobia. Colonel Mustard with the lead pipe in the library. Colin says aliens flying overhead. No, it was something on street level, but it was a weird sound. Donnie Pearson, hello Donnie. Manny says thanks, man, amazing. I'll do that. Very generous. Oh, very generous of you. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Darth Maul, if the rumors are true, Secret Hideout Productions is the closest Kurtzman is in person for Star Trek. Seems to show a lot. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Kurtzman. Talentless hack. Just got lucky. Zachary Gibbons, I am fine with transporters. I don't consider them murder. I consider them just that, transporters. But I wouldn't trust the NX Class 1. Exactly, especially when you're fucking moving. Running, no less. That's the other reason they put in this states. Okay. When a transporter activates, it does a lot of things. Watch our video. We do talk about it. It puts up a force field around your body. It puts a stasis field around your body to immobilize you. Then it breaks everything down, beams them down, and reorganizes them. Then releases the force field, or the stasis field, then the force field. And the reason they instituted the force fields, if you remember, in the one episode of Enterprise where they're being beamed out from a planet that has a windstorm, the one guy gets beamed up and he's got like sticks and leaves in his body because they were blowing through, or they were blowing as he beamed out and as he dematerialized, and then they got caught in the stream. The force field negates all that. So does the stasis field. So, anyway, it was a learning curve for transporters. I'm glad they put that in Enterprise at least, but you still shouldn't be able to move while you're being transported. Wonder Boy, there once was a man from Venus whose body was shaped like a penis. Colin Barrett, 8 years does not seem that long. Doesn't. Melissa says, I hope Dr. Troy is free. Maybe talking to her and Barclay isn't a bad idea. It's not. Go talk to them. Eric Martin, wouldn't it be great if transporters had an alcohol filter? You could party your face off and then beam home and get a good night's sleep without the room spinning. There you go. That's what Synthahol is for. Manny says, LOL Jarzia, I don't know how to do the @person response thing like you did, but very cool. We are co-located at Live Long and Prosper. Trekyards for life. The way to do the @response is you actually put the @ and then no space. Then you type in their name exactly as it's displayed. And if you're on a computer, it'll pop up and you just click it and then it highlights their name so they know who you're responding to. If you're on a mobile device like my iPhone, I have to type in the full name exactly as it appears on this in the chat, and then they'll see it. Michael Cameron just got off work. Thank you for joining us. Donnie Pearson, TNG is my #1 overall Star Trek, with Strange New Worlds being my #1 modern Star Trek show. Melissa says, I'm the new cadet on the Starfleet block. Michael Cameron, first thing I see, the science behind transporter. We're not going to be the first thing. You got to scroll down. You'll see the Trekyards thumbnail. So I fucking wish Fleetpaw was here because he would put the links in for you guys. Colin Barrett, not only running, but managed to beam Archer up while he was being blown out of space at cold storage shot. That too. Yes. Darth Maul, so how did Strange New Worlds Chief Kyle beam that DNA sample into Spock's eye then? It's new Trek for you, man. Don't get me started. It's good, but it's got its problems. retconning and changing shit that it feels it needs to. Do not get me started. That was just fucking stupid. But anyway. Nair B and Row. I like the the gateway thing they found in TNG and DS9. Reminds me of Stargate. It'd be cool to see one of them pop up again. Melissa said, I had sent the hall before one Christmas and got dizzy, and my K3 went up the wazoo. I'm okay now. Good to hear, Melissa. Zachary Gibbons, getting off of Trek for a moment. I'm looking forward to the Andor series, hoping it's better than Kenobi. Kenobi was okay, but it could have been better. Well, anything can be better. I enjoyed Kenobi personally. Had some flaws. We did talk about those. I will be reviewing Andor when it comes out. We'll be doing the first reaction reviews. So, and I'm caught up to the chat, finally. No obligation to remember, but you can call me Brian. All right, Brian. I'll try to remember. I'm usually pretty good at remembering those kind of things, so we'll see how that goes. So, looking at my likes, we got 72 likes. Can we get another 8 likes, get up to 80? I'm not going to ask for 100, but can we get another 8 likes, get to 80? That being said, Super Chat was pretty good tonight, so thank you everyone that Super Chatted. Honestly, another $30 in Super Chats would be a fantastic number to end out on, if it's possible. So please consider giving. Like I said, $30 would be an awesome way to finish out. If anybody wants to Super Chat, would appreciate it. Colin Barrett, has anyone seen Netflix show Resident Evil series? I thought it was okay compared to what the franchise has put out in the past. I have not seen that. Eric Martin, are you drinking alcohol? Are you drinking chocolate milk? Do I have to drop more booze at your side door? I am drinking chocolate milk because I wanted chocolate milk. I was going to do shots again tonight for Super Chats because those are always fun. And it always gets the chat going because I get all like, woo. But decided against it. I do have some alcohol. I'm always up for alcohol at the side door, dude. But yeah, that was chocolate milk. For all you know, it could have been a chocolate mudslide, which is vodka and chocolate milk. But it wasn't. But thank you, Eric. Melissa says, I've been getting used to Trek, and Starfleet doesn't mean too nervous around hypos. It's just why the neck. Might as well be hypophobia to my list. Add hypophobia to my list. Well, they put it in the arm a lot. They put it in legs. They put it wherever they need to. But neck's just, there's never any fabric on the neck necessarily. So it's just the easiest place to do it. Zachary says, I thought that was chocolate milk too. It was chocolate milk. What's wrong with chocolate milk, dudes? Relax. Melissa says, I love chocolate milk. I order it on Advocator all the time. Eric Martin throws $10 for the LCBO fund. Well, thank you, Eric. Much appreciated. Now we only need another $20 to end out on. Would be awesome. But thank you, Eric. Much appreciated. And you got to come over and visit sometime soon. Yeah. Darth Maul, I don't know, man. Kenobi and Boba Fett were hard watches for me. I'm not even a Star Wars equivalent to a Trekkie, but maybe better than a normie. Well, I enjoyed both, honestly. But Sturm Von Alk, you going to... Holy shit, guys, you're storming the chat right now. Are you going to Vegas next week? I am not. Brian says, alcohol is fun, but chocolate milk is always a treat. Sturm Von Alk. Or is it the weekend after? I don't know when it is, but it's coming up. Colin says vodka and chocolate milk. Damn, now I'm going to have to try that. It's called a chocolate mudslide. You can buy them pre-mixed here in Canada. I don't know about wherever you live, but yeah, chocolate mudslide. They're really good. Eric Martin, I can't have chocolate milk in the house or I will drink the whole carton. I do that. I will grab a whole carton. Usually we get the 1 liters that are on sale for like $1. I'll grab a 1 liter chocolate milk, set it beside me, and while I'm watching YouTube at night, and just drink the whole goddamn carton. Really bad for me, I know. But we got like a huge 2 liter carton one, so I just had a glass. Anyway, Grant says headcanon for New Trek is that the temporal war caused technology to exist when it originally didn't. So you have people correct the timeline the best they can. Yeah, but they should have made that clear. That whole Enterprise, temporal Cold War. I was like, yes, they're going to actually explain everything that they've fucked up canon-wise in the Enterprise. Good, good, good. No, they didn't. They had the perfect opportunity to do so, and they just didn't. And it's like, you fucking... Anyway. Manny says, what are some of your pet peeves when it comes to modern retcons? Like specific examples? Oh my god, there's so many. The transporter was a huge one, honestly. Just the visual fucking continuity and look of Strange New Worlds. Yes, it's a reimagined, updated TOS look. Fine. But don't tell me it's prime timeline, because it's clearly fucking not. It's obviously not. We've had 50 years of history with Star Trek. Every time they showed TOS, whether it be in DS9's Trials and Tribulations, TNG's Relics, the little bridge that he replicates on the holodeck, or Enterprise In a Mirror Darkly, Part 2. Whenever you see TOS, you know what? It looks like fucking TOS. You know why? Because it's a period piece. That's how things looked at that time. It is the future as imagined by people in the 60s, not the future based on the technology we have today. They need to remember that. It was always shown as a period piece, and they went ahead and fucked with it and pissed all over it, put their own stamp on it, like, this is ours, look what we did. Not necessary. If you do that, say it's a reboot. If you had said it's a reboot from the beginning, you would have got top fucking marks. But no, you say it's prime timeline, we get a little bit squinty-eyed, go, really? Because it's not. As much as you want to say it is, it's fucking not. Now, for specific examples of pet peeves from retconning, there's too many to list. I'd really have to think about that and actually come up with a list. Sorry, you're kind of catching me off guard with that one. Get back to me on that one. I hate retcons that are done for no reason. If there's a reason and it's a story flow and it's a minor thing, you can go, okay. Because all Trek has always done that. That's fine. That's fine. Come up with an explanation for it. Smooth-headed Klingons being a perfect example. That's just what they were in the 60s. TMP changed them to the pie crust-headed Klingons, and then we got the TNG Klingons. But, things like FASA, created the continuity that the reason there was smooth-headed Klingons in TOS time was because those were the Klingons patrolling the Federation Klingon border. They were genetically or surgically altered, whatever you want to believe, to appear human so they could more easily infiltrate Federation space and go unnoticed. There were the same thing happening on the Romulan Klingon border. There were Klingon ships full of Klingons that look like Romulans for the very same reason. Perfect example. But then Enterprise comes along and does a perfect retcon, because this is actually officially canon now because it's on the screen, not just in a book. FASA, that was a good explanation for FASA. Good job. But then Enterprise comes along and says, no, it's the genetic manipulation of their genome, which created the smooth-headed Klingons. Retcons like that I like, because it adds to the world. It's the retcons that are just there for the sake of retconning and for saying, look at what we made. This is our thing. It's obviously ours because this is what we did. Like I said, pissing all over it. That's what annoys me. I can't think of anything more specific at the moment, but yeah. Grant says, Pike's wishes to change his fate conflict with those people correcting the timeline the way they want to. Melissa likes chocolate, just like Troy. Zachary says, nothing wrong with chocolate milk. I love it, but I didn't want to guess and be wrong. Darth Maul, nothing better than eating chocolate and then going on an alcohol bender. Looks like you're crapping out your mouth afterward. Oh my god. Doc McGillicuddy, member for 4 months, the rank of captain. Thank you so much. Says holla for a dollar. Holla for a dollar. Thank you. Donnie says, my number one TOS movie is also my number one overall Star Trek movie, The Wrath of Khan. My number one TNG movie is also my number two overall Star Trek movie, First Contact. Melissa says, I just have mine in a cup. Chocolate milk. Doc McGillicuddy, $5. Can't stay long. Hope everyone is well. Live long and prosper, my homies. Thank you very much, Doc McGillicuddy. Good to see you again. Stern Von Alk says, milk makes me gassy. Thank you for sharing. Donnie says, TMP is my number two TOS movie and number three overall Star Trek movie. And 2009 movie reboot is my number four overall Star Trek movie. Really? Really? Over Star Trek 6? Donnie. Donnie, you may leave now. Eric Martin throws in $5. Have to make you one of my chocolate martini. Yes. Where is the... Fucking bring it to me now. Yes. You have to make me a chocolate martini. I am intrigued. Color me intrigued. Next time I see you, you gotta do it. Ovaltine, please. A crummy commercial. Colin Barrett, they could have even blamed Discovery on the temporal Cold War if they understood the Star Trek universe. Yes, 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 yes. They still can. They can still fix everything by going back to the temporal Cold War and going, this is where the divergency happened. Shit. They kind of did it with Picard a little bit. We talked about this quite a bit when we reviewed season 2. They make some hints that they realize that they're not in the prime timeline anymore. And I can't remember what they are offhand. Sorry, it's been a while. But yeah, they have the perfect opportunity to do so. And I think season 3, if they fix it, in season 3, I'll be so happy. Melissa said, I bet Starfleet Medical wants me to exercise. Zachary says, CBS, don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. Yeah, don't feed me a shit sandwich and tell me it's caviar. Eric Martin, I can't have nibs in the house either or the whole bag is in danger. I can't have nips in the house, especially when it's cold, because you might poke an eye out, first of all, but also... Moving on. Brian says, the look of TOS is probably a lot easier for officers in a crisis to focus on during a conflict versus modern light shows and shadows. Yes. Stern Von Alk, all the Burnham's mom trips to fix stuff in the time suit made multiple timelines. Any timeline with Burnham is not prime. Love it. Doc McGillicuddy, Strange New Worlds is still great. Best new stuff we've had so far. Absolutely agree. Melissa said, hey, Starfleet, how would one contact Starfleet Medical? I don't know. Cody says, I came in the room and heard you talking about the prime timeline. LOL. Damn, Kurtzman. You tell him, Cap. Stern Von Alk. The Monster Maroon retcon was completely unnecessary. Yes, yes. It looked so promising for a minute, and then it's like, the more you look at it, you're like, oh. Yes, yes. Again, look, I'm a costume designer. I want to put my stamp on it. Oh, it's fine. Look at my Monster Maroon. All right, then. Moving on. Donnie says, I'm nearly completing my Orville binge on Disney Plus USA, among other things. Grant McGregor, question, Cap. Where did that leak showing a photo of a Klingon come from? It wasn't Strange New Worlds. It's Picard Season 3. Well, it was Strange New Worlds. That's the rumor, that it was during... Well, they filmed Season 2, like, right after Season 1, so that's what it was from. Wouldn't be Picard. Yeah. I wasn't even sure it was a Star Trek or Strange New Worlds Klingon at first either. I thought it looked more cosplay, but it was an official leaked photo. But yeah, they were filming Season 2 at the same time, so we'll see it in Season 2. That's the answer. Melissa said, oh boy, Klingons having accelerated critical neural pathway formation now. Whoa. Stern Von Alk, Enterprise had to try to explain it because TNG showed Kahless as a crinkle head. Yeah, and that's fine. They did a perfect job explaining it. That's a great retcon. Beautiful. Melissa said, Dr. Crusher is my number one doc. Dr. McCoy makes me go, hi? Manny says, thank you for your answer. Sorry to catch you off guard, but your answer was priceless and valuable. Retcons that add value are beautiful indeed. Thank you. Glad you liked it. Sometimes I'm more quick-witted, and I can actually think of a couple examples, but sometimes I get ranty, and that was a ranty one, and I apologize. But this is the way. Grant says, fun tidbit, I just learned about chocolate. Weird Fruit Explorer had a video on Jaguar Cocoa, aka Theobroma bicolor. He interviewed someone who made a bicolor and cocoa bar. It looks good. Oh, okay. Melissa says, anyone of Starfleet Medical here? Don't know. We'll have to see. Zachary says, well, I gotta go. Time for my beauty rest. Night all. Good night, Zachary. Jade is here and says hello. Hello. DFH Studios. Look at this guy. LOL. You work too hard, Captain. Not true. I have not been working the last little while. The lives have been very few and far between. We've kind of been on vacation in August. So, but good to see you, my friend. Hopefully you are doing well. We need to hang out again soon. We need to have you come over and visit. So, hopefully Shannon is doing well. I know she had a COVID scare there, but hopefully she's well. And good to see you. So thank you for joining. John says, Star Trek fan. Nowhere near the expert everyone here is, but really enjoying listening to your show. Thanks. Thank you. Brian says, have you ever played the classic Starfleet command game where you had a Federation Klingons, Hydrons, Lyrans, and Gorn to play as? Yes, originally known as Starfleet Battles, which is a tabletop game. Then it basically got translated into Starfleet Command games, Starfleet Command Volume 2, which was my favorite, Starfleet Command Orion Pirates, and Starfleet Command Volume 3. Very fun games. Very fun games. And Starfleet Command Volume 2 is one of my all-time favorite Star Trek games. Love it. Cation Mel. I was, as a fan of the books. How bad is the showrunners? I was, as a fan of the books, how bad the showrunners did Control. Hey? Cody says, I love Ranty Foley. Thank you, Cody. Cody might be able to find it and share the link. Cody, can you do me a favor and look up Melissa's Legally Blind World on YouTube and share her channel link in the chat so people can just click on it to go subscribe to her? And also, while you're at it, look for Trekyards transporter videos. We did, was it a fact file? It wasn't a fact file. What the hell was it? God damn. It's been so long. Just type in Trekyards transporters or transporter part 1, part 2, and then scroll down until you find one of our Trekyards thumbnails. It's a 2-parter on the transporter systems. And share those if you could. Melissa says it feels nice to have transmissions like this where we can hang and chat. Yes, we do them all the time, so please come back and join us again. DFH Studios, this is the way. Shannon is doing well, thank God. Good. Shouldn't be thanking God. COVID's not that bad of a thing, generally, so, but yeah, I know what you mean. Jade says, will we get Enterprise F in Picard Season 3? Yes. Oh, did I say that out loud? Possibly, maybe. I'm speculating yes. Melissa says, nice theory, Jade. Cody says, yes, he's on it. Thank you very much, Cody. Much appreciated. Manny says, do you think that there are interactive chats like this in the Star Trek universe? For instance, do we still have cults of personality that people tune in for on their version of a YouTube platform? In the Star Trek universe, probably not so much, no. And whenever I hear cult of personality, I think of CM Punk. If you're a wrestling fan, you'll understand. I am the cult of personality. Anyway, Brian says, only got a chance to play Starfleet Command 2's demo that came out with Starfleet Command Volume 1. Looked really fun, but by the time I could get a hold of Starfleet Command, I just stopped running it. You can still get it. You can get it right now. You can go to goodoldgames.com or GOG, goodoldgames.com, and you can buy it, which is compatible for modern computers. You can get Starfleet Command Volume 2, Orion Pirates, Starfleet Command Volume 3. You can get Armada. You can get Armada 2. You can get Elite Force. You can get a bunch of the old Star Trek games. Just go to goodoldgaming.com or goodoldgame.com. Eric says, I love the pug snoring. Quiet. Cat rants and when a cat gets close to the screen. Yes, all the tropes associated with us here. Melissa says, aye, sir. I'll make sure you come and hang when you transmit as best I can. Awesome. So there, Cody Michaels shared her channel, so thank you. Everybody that's interested in going to visit Melissa's Legally Blind World, click the link, go subscribe to her channel, help her out with subscribers, take care of her. DAFH Studios, gotta go. I have to start my shift of doing nothing at work. Good to see you. Would love to hang out again. It has been a long time. Have a great night, Captain. You too, sir. Melissa says, I would struggle on the all cars interface, although its high contrast does help. And there you go. Everybody that was listening to me rant about goddamn transporters, Cody just shared the links for part 1 and part 2 in the chat. So open them in a new tab. And when I end here in just a minute or two, go check them out. Watch them. And don't forget to subscribe to Melissa's Legally Blind World as well. Brian says, I'll look into it. I couldn't get Starfleet Command Volume 1 to run on modern PC last time I tried, so I didn't want to burn money on a game I couldn't play. Yeah, trust me, GOG, just download them and install them, and they work fine. Trust me. Melissa says, I get close to the viewer too. You're not alone, Cap. I just do it like this to bug people, like, especially Eric. He's got a huge TV. It's like looking around his room. Plus, it's twice as bad for him because he's got me zoomed in on the wrong aspect ratio, so it's even bigger. Stern Von Alt, the Picard series is a continuation of the Star Trek Discovery, not prime timeline, close, but one of the many in parallels. Would be cool if you saw Worf's participation trophy, and yes, it's the wrong one. He didn't get Grand Master or whatever. That'd be awesome, actually. Nice little touch. Eric says, I would also struggle with all cars. I just call for a manual steering column to look cool. Oh, Eric. All right, guys, I'm going to call it quits there. You guys really came through with super chats and stuff. I really appreciate everybody. All the new viewers that are watching. Brian, Manny, Jade, Melissa, you guys are all awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you'll tune in next time. I'm going to call it quits, though, because we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. And my back's really bothering me. I gotta go take my back medication because I'm old. Fucking old. Gotta go take my back pills. Never thought I'd say I'd have to take my back pills, but here we are. Grant McGregor just throws in $15 and says, already? I don't know. That helped. That helped me, you know. Do you guys want me for more time? Like, really? I mean, if I get another $20 on top of the $15 he just gave me, I might consider going for a little bit longer. But I really should go soon because, like I said, this chair is killing my back. And I gotta go take my back pills. Have we finally broken away from the prime versus mirrorverse model? I do. And do we now have multiple universes interacting with each other? Yes. Star Trek is officially a multiverse now. There's a lot of evidence for that. Like I said, there's examples of it in Picard season 2 even. And Brian says, have a good night. Cool to catch you live. Back pills go down so easy with chocolate milk. Grant McGregor throws in $2. No, get your pills. Thank you, Grant. Alyssa says, don't forget to scan yourself, Cap. Get better. Live long and prosper. Thank you so much. And Brian throws in $5. As someone with back issues at age 28, take care of your back if you need to. Yes, I've had back issues since I was 28. I'm now 48, so it's not all the time. It's one of those things. It's generally fine. Just it's really starting to kind of irritate me right now, to the point where it's getting a little uncomfortable. So, but anyway, Colin says need to sell it better. 20 to keep the captain back pain going, but keeping him from getting his pills. Cody says take your pills and grab some Admiral Butt. Hell yeah. Cody knows what's up. Eric Martin, if you are always up late, you should buy Dr. Ho's machine for your back. This infomercial. Dr. Ho. I remember Dr. Ho. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And yeah, I'm going to go downstairs and hopefully make my back feel better and grab some Admiral Butt. Cody, I like the way you think, man. You've been hanging around here too long because you know exactly what to say and exactly what I think. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Everyone, have yourselves a great night. Live long and prosper, and I'll see you guys soon. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're probably doing a live, so tune into that. But anyway, good night. Talk to y'all later. It's Captain Foley signing off. With a whining pug who knows I'm signing off and is excited to jump down and go downstairs. Yeah, I know. Come here. Come here. Now that they've heard you, they gotta see you. Here's Precious. She's the pug. She's like, do you want to go downstairs? Yeah, you do. Oh, anyway, bye, guys. Yeah, from me and Precious. Bye, everybody.